Enfys Tarot. Today is March 4th, 2025, and we are going to be doing the True Intentions reading for today. And the True Intentions reading is really to focus on the people in our lives and what they are going through and what their intentions are toward us. So as this is a community reading, make sure that you're keeping open to the people that this pertains to, okay? It's going to be different people for everyone, but the intention of someone in your life is going to be showing up in this reading. Good morning, Stephen. How are you? So here we go. I'm going to shuffle these cards a few minutes and then see where we're headed. Could we please have a True Intentions reading for the community today? What do we need to know about the people in our lives? What are their true intentions? What do we need to be looking out for? Feeling I'm getting pretty charged up. Oh, you're welcome, Stephen. Thanks for stopping in. True intentions. What are their true intentions? What are their true intentions? Ah, that feels right. Okay. Revenge. Okay, so watch out, guys, because someone is maybe looking to damage your reputation. They might be trying to retaliate for a perceived wrong, okay? That could be popping up for lots and lots of reasons. I would say that in general, some people are having a difficult time right now dealing with some of the heated conversations that are occurring, at least here in the US. Some people could be having a hard time directing their anger, and a lot of people are looking for a scapegoat. So the key to this is the perceived wrongs, okay? Someone believes that you have wronged them in some way, and rather than address it in a meaningful, productive way, they simply want to take action against you. So consider that that might be occurring somewhere in your life. Good morning, Gita. How are you? It brought to mind R. Crumb's Mr. Natural. That's another. You're always a wellspring of like good information for me to go seek out. So now I need to look up Mr. Natural, and I will find that later today. Divine timing. Good morning. So we just pulled the True Intentions card, and today's True Intentions card says revenge. I'm looking to damage you in retaliation for perceived wrongs. So okay. Let's find out what we can do with this. I want you guys to think about a person in your life that you know, everybody on this channel probably has some extra degree of intuitive insight. You're probably picking up on a lot of vibes from people and have something in mind, like you kind of know, you can kind of guess who this person might be. So put that person in your mind right now, and let's see how we can best deal with this kind of situation. If someone is seeking revenge against you, what can we do? What can we do to maybe avoid a negative outcome? Is there some kind of preemptive measure we can take to address this? Does it have to do with like opening lines of communication? Think about this while I'm shuffling this deck here. We want to get some insight from Spirit about what we can do to navigate a situation where someone wishes to harm us for a perceived wrong. What can we do? What can we do? Well, wow, the Justice card coming in here. So this could go a couple of ways. So for some, it may be that, revenge is about justice, okay? And for some, it's going to be dealing with this and navigating it in a way that creates justice, righting a wrong, okay? Righting a perceived wrong is important. What we perceive, and yesterday we had a conversation on perception, what we perceive creates our reality. So if someone perceives a wrong, their reality is that they have been wronged by you, right? How do we reestablish justice? Well, we work on it, we practice, we hone in on figuring out what the situation is. How do we speak to this person? This requires practice and dedication. If someone really feels like they've been hurt by us, sometimes all it takes is a direct apology, an acknowledgement of the perceived wrong, an acknowledgement of what we did, what our actions were that created that perceived wrong, right? And an acknowledgement of what our actions created for someone else. And then an apology for that, followed by a promise not to recreate that, not to do it again, to let people know that we will do our best to avoid creating that for them again, right? And it does take practice, and that is what it's going to require. Look, the Nine of Swords is coming in reverse. I think it really is just going to take a conversation, a full acknowledgement of someone else's pain. You know, sometimes we think we're doing the right thing, and it ends up having the wrong impact on people. Sometimes that happens. And when that happens, it's really important to acknowledge what we've created for someone else and be mindful of that, just as we would want someone to do for us. The Star card coming in reverse, maybe you have to choose your timing wisely. Maybe it's not appropriate to just get on the phone right now and call this person. Maybe it's going to require a few steps. Maybe it's going to require the first conversation, the olive branch, and then moving on to an opportunity to have a conversation with them. You know, maybe it takes planting some seeds and working, you know, and really finding the correct time to do this. King of Cups in reverse, there's a lot of messy emotion going on in this. Sometimes emotions can cloud our judgment. Sometimes emotions can cloud other people's judgment. So navigating this with a sense of understanding and empathy is going to be really important. And you want to be sure that while you're planting the seeds and selecting your timing, you're not doing it in a way that is in any way manipulative. You're doing it for the purpose of the other person, right? If someone is seeking revenge on us, it's because they've really been hurt by something, right? And we need to acknowledge that. Knight of Pentacles coming in reverse. Yeah, it might be time to like put an end to something that you're doing. This could be something that you're repeating. This could also be something that has to do with just work in general, like it's a coworker. For some of you, this is the hint of like the area of your life is that this is with someone you work with and they're seeking revenge. Maybe you know, accidentally messed up their project they were working on, or maybe you accidentally took credit for something that they did, and now they feel like they're kind of in a corner, and the only way to regain their own footing is to get back at you rather than have a conversation. So that could be. And then the Chariot in reverse. Recognize that in this situation, you might not have full control of the outcome. Okay, people are going to do what they're going to do. People are going to choose to see things in the way they choose to see things, and they're going to react to things in the way that they've chosen to see things. And we don't have control over that. What we can do is try our best. That's it. That's all we can do is try our best in mending and maintaining justice and order. Anything else for today? Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this World in reverse, and then the Tower. Understand that the person you're trying to navigate who wishes revenge upon you might not be someone you can make amends with. You have to be prepared to understand that you can have a conversation. You might not be able to persuade them away from revenge. You might not be able to persuade them that You didn't mean them any harm. You know, this could be the end, the termination of a relationship, and you've got to be prepared for that. Your action right now is not to salvage a relationship. Your action right now is to create justice. Okay? There's a stark contrast between those. All right, that was our true intentions reading for today. Who has a question? I'm seeing lots of comments coming in here. I know that we've got some questions coming in. Thank you for that true intentions reading. I hope that that reached everyone it needed to. Let me just shuffle these back in and clear that energy out. Let's take a look here. How is everybody doing today? It's Tuesday. Okay, Gita, you're coming in with a question. What is coming toward you? Gita Kamal. What is coming toward Gita? In my right hand, I just saw the 10 of Cups, which is a good sign. And then I saw the 4 of Pentacles, which is also a good sign. After the 10 of Cups, it's like when something good comes your way, hold it. Don't let it go. What's coming in for Gita? What's coming toward Gita? Six of Wands in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. Temperance, upright. Queen of Swords, upright. Oh, and there's your 10 of Cups, upright. Okay, so here's the thing, Gita. There's going to be an opportunity for you. I'm seeing that what's coming through right now is that there's an opportunity to build something stronger from a mistake, okay? There's something that has been possibly mismanaged. There's something maybe that you have, you know, tripped up on. You didn't lead something properly. You made some kind of a mistake. And it is right now, through that mistake, an opportunity to communicate with someone and stand in integrity. You see this? Queen of Swords. She is about truth and clear communication, directive action, action toward what's right, okay? You've got the 6 of Wands reversed and the Emperor reversed. They can both be talking about some kind of misstep, some mismanagement, some kind of mistake, an oopsie daisy, right? In order to temper that situation, you're going to need to stand in integrity and communicate to whoever, you know, this mistake was, you know, created a poor result for. And that is going to be even more powerful. You can take this opportunity to create an even more powerful impression than if you hadn't made the mistake. Imagine if this mistake didn't happen and everything was just going on course and everything was fine. This person that you're dealing with, or the situation that is occurring, would not have had the opportunity to see your true intentions, your capacity to make things right. This is an opportunity to gain a great deal of trust and loyalty, okay? So something coming your way is a perceived mistake that you can use that opportunity to forge a stronger bond and really lay down how good you are at whatever you do, how willing you are to repair a misstep or a mistake, and really lay the foundation for some solid trust in a relationship. So that's what's coming your way. Thank you for your question. Thank you for that answer. Let's go ahead and see who else is in the room. Got good morning, divine timing. Wyatt Strains. Do you live by the railway? I do not live by any railways. I used to, but not anymore. Nightfall vibes. Hi. Keep on trucking. Oh, I did not know that. I did not know that. Do you live by the train tracks? No, but probably the wrong side of them, if I did. Okay, dumpster fires. Are you a therapist? No, AI hero. I am not a therapist. But I do what I can to create a safe space for connection and communication and healing. I will never say the N word. That word will not come across my lips. Tuesday, Mars Day. Hello, Ari, the beautiful Aries princess. Hey, happy you're here. Mad Monkey Buddha. Let's see, my life's come to a crossroads and I need some advice on how to deal with my current situation. What do your cards say about this? Please ignore the funny name. It's my gaming name. I love the names that come across here. Some of them really make me laugh. All right, crossroads. What do the cards say about the crossroads right now? Advice on how to deal with the current situation. Could we please have some advice for Mad Monkey Buddha? They're at a crossroads and we need some advice on the situation. Ace of Swords. Okay. That's a beautiful starter for anyone who's at a crossroads because the Ace of Swords represents a new opportunity. Sometimes it represents a light bulb moment. Like if you're at a crossroads, maybe it's because you now see the truth in something. You understand the full truth of a situation. And the fact that this is the lead card here makes me think this is the direction that you want to follow at this point. If a new truth has been illuminated, you need to follow up on that. Yeah, and you got to keep going with it. Look, you're getting the Nine of Wands here. The Nine of Wands is about someone who's taking pause to assess a situation, and they're looking back over their past, and they're feeling, they're feeling the scars of what they've been through, and they're just taking a breather because they're just about to come to an end of whatever this chapter is, whatever the challenge is. Okay, the problem is going to be resolved soon after you re-enter the situation, so that's something to keep in mind here. There has been some kind of betrayal or sneakiness, and that is part of what's being illuminated right now. This could be lying to yourself. This could be betrayal by others. This could be someone taking from you, whether it's, tangible or energetically speaking. Someone is stealing something from you, all right? And I hope that that is ringing true. And here's your judgment. You're getting so much truth energy in your reading today. Like you really see the truth of a situation and you need to follow up on that. This is a calling. This card represents being vulnerable and following a call to action and listening to what you know to be true and following through with that. King of Wands is coming in reverse. You might not be sure how to make this work. You also might not have people supporting you in this. This might not be something that others want to hear, and you might not be gaining the traction that you are hoping for. Yeah, justice in reverse. I mean, if you're trying to get people on board with this and support you in following through with the truth, you might not get it. They might not be getting it right now. They just might be refusing to see it. But you gotta do it. You gotta go for it. The Sun card coming in here, new vitality, a new way of being, a rebirth, purity, naivety, just trusting, just being vulnerable. You've got a lot of naked people in here too. Your reading is so much about vulnerability and truth, and really choosing the path of truth and illumination. That's your advice today, is to allow yourself to be vulnerable. You might not get the footing, the traction, the support from other people if they're still refusing to see the truth, but you know the truth and you got to move forward with that. So that's your advice today. I hope that that really helps. It does not sound like the easiest road right now. If you're at a crossroads, it definitely sounds like that's going to be a trickier one. Don't be surprised if you have a few more bumps and bruises, but you're almost there, you know. The light is at the end of the tunnel here for whatever this is. Thank you for that question, and thank you for that answer. Crypt Blue, Stephen Yuri, how do I get motivated on what I need to do and what I can do about it? Okay, let's get some motivation in here for Stephen Yuri. How do I get motivated on what I need to do and what can I do about it? How can Stephen get motivated on what he needs to do? What can he do about it? Seeing the Magician card coming in my right hand, that's a good sign. And the Lover's card coming in my right hand. Breaking free from self-imprisonments in my right hand. Got some blocks here. Page of Pentacles, there's your motivation. All right, I think we're ready to pull. Knight of Pentacles. You get this card so often, Stephen. I think it might be something you should get tattooed on your face. The Knight of Pentacles. So you know what this means. Baby steps, planting the seeds, being consistent. You just got to be consistent. If you're feeling unmotivated right now, understand that that's a temporary lull. And as long as you keep on making the effort and taking the steps, this lack of motivation isn't going to linger, because there will be opportunity that presents itself ahead. Okay? And then you have the Two of Wands. Oh, you can't see the cards. Let me do something about my camera here so that I have more space on the table for the cards to show. You got the Two of Wands, so you are going to be given an opportunity to make some decisions, and those decisions might really improve your situation in terms of being motivated. Right now you might be a little bit uninspired, which is getting in the way of motivation. The Empress is in reverse. Remember to take care of yourself. You got to get fueled, okay? Sometimes when we're feeling unmotivated, it's because of lack of motivation. Lack of inspiration. And sometimes when we're feeling unmotivated, it's because our body is saying, you need to refuel. We don't have the energy to put into being motivated right now. You need to fuel up so that you can get that inspiration. And there might, sometimes this Tower card coming in reverse, it might also have to do with not wanting to burn any bridges. Maybe it has to do with not being willing to let go of a few things or something in particular. And you want to know, like, you got to get that motivation up so that you see that it's worth the sacrifice. So how do you do that? Queen of Wands. Yeah, you gotta get your footing under you. Definitely time for some self-love, self-care, getting re-energized, and getting that creative outside of the box thinking. Okay, you probably need some external inspiration right now, and also working on your environment to support you better in keeping you fueled up. All right. You're going to have a choice to make, and part of that choice might feel daunting. Allow that to be part of your motivation. Okay? Allow the challenge to get you fired up rather than feeling diminished. This is a challenge, not an obstacle. You know what I mean? The difference there. And keep this in mind. You're going to be able to celebrate at the end of this. There is going to be a really powerful celebratory attunement at the end of this challenge. Okay, your motivation is also here. I mean, this is what you're looking toward, and this is still present. It hasn't gone away. So keep this in mind. The celebration and the reward is still available to you. So that's really important. Is there anything else for Stephen? Page of Cups coming in reverse here. So sometimes it's hard to feel curious. Sometimes you feel a little bit trepidatious. You're cynical, maybe, feelings of being cynical, not being able to trust. That shows up in the Page of Cups in reverse, sort of shutting down, not allowing new information to come in. Sometimes it feels overwhelming when there's too much new information coming in, good or bad. And sometimes it's important to stay curious, stay open, you know, and sometimes that is what we need to be inspiring and get us motivated again, is allowing new information to come in. So, okay, thank you for that question, Stephen, and thank you for that answer. Let's see. Ace of Swords, yes, that is logical. Witchcraft. West Kavi. Why did things go so sour so quick with my ex-girlfriend? I felt like she was lying to me. I know I didn't do nothing wrong. Okay, West Kavi. Why did things go so sour so quickly with your ex-girlfriend? Let me refuel. See, new information coming in, motivated to refuel. Why did things go so sour with the ex-girlfriend? I probably didn't do anything wrong. Strength coming in first. Let's see what this means. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so definitely there's more to the story. And I'm seeing bad influences coming in. Like maybe I'm feeling gossip vibes here, and they were more powerful than the truth in this situation. So maybe you didn't do anything wrong, but the influence of others just had too much power over the situation. And it wasn't based in truth. It was based on past experience. So your ex-girlfriend had at least experiential or anecdotal evidence to support some of the bad influences that were coming in. Maybe people were saying, you know, this is a red flag, or, you know, this is, you're going down the wrong path, or this isn't a good person, or did you hear about his past? You know, there was an influence there, a negative influence, and it was just overpowering. And your ex-girlfriend couldn't get through that. She did not have the confidence, and that's what got you guys out of your rhythm. That's what made things fall apart, made the emotional cloudiness. You can reach out to this person and offer some kindness. It will not be for the purpose of getting back together. It will only be for the purpose of showing her who you really are. Okay? Like, you can't do anything at this point right now with all of the beliefs that she has accumulated about you or the relationship because of the bombardment of external factors. Just too many people telling her, that there are red flags or that something's wrong, and it wasn't rooted in truth. It was rooted in assumptions. What you can do right now, sort of to just clear your name, is not necessarily to argue anything. It's just to offer some degree of peace. Just show her who you really are, so that you can move ahead without this on you. You don't have to live with other people's judgments all the time. You don't have to prove to them who you really are by words. You can just act in a way that has integrity for yourself and makes you feel like you have closure in a healthy way, in a positive way, no matter what happens. All right. So that's what happened with you guys. That's why things went south so quickly. And you might not be able to recover from that with her because her mind is already sort of made up. She's just got too many external influences. But you can do that one thing right now. You can offer this person compassion, and just say, you know what, I'm going to be the bigger person here. That's your job right now. If you want to take that path, it's there for you, and you'll probably gain more than you thought by doing it. So thank you for that question. Thank you for that answer. Let's see who's coming next. Of course, Mad Monkey. I hope you return. Oh, I think you did. Based on that reading, West Cobby, I think that leaving was probably the best thing. Is that chapter over? I'm feeling like the answer to that is yes, because that's what was coming through as I was pulling the cards. But I didn't ask that directly. So, was leaving the right thing, and is that chapter over? I think we kind of did answer that with, like, how to get closure in this is to be the bigger person and offer some kind of peace, Yeah, here's another, like, make an offering. The chapter might be over, but it's not fully closed yet because I feel like there's a tarnish on you now. And you don't want to walk ahead in life with that feeling of being tarnished. You want an opportunity to kind of clear it up, and just say, hey, this is what it is. This is who I am, and here's how I'm going to show that to you before moving on. All right. You're welcome, Stephen. Yeah, misery does love company. Don't react. Be the calm in her storm. One looking for me, my life. Okay, Amadou Fall. Amadou Fall, could you please say your question again? I'm not sure I understand the question. West Cobby, yes, I do. I do private sessions. I do them over Zoom or by phone. My email is in my bio. You can also find Enfys Tarot on Facebook. If that's easier for you, you can send me a message that way. But yes, I do private sessions. Hi, Ana Lopez. Okay, Amadou Fall, you can looking for me. I am still unclear on your question. I certainly can do a reading for you. But is this pertaining to a specific person, or do you want a general reading? And then Anna, I'm going to read your question next. Okay, general reading. All right. Could we have a general reading for Amadou Fall, please? What does Amadou Fall need to know today? Oh, you're right in the middle of keeping up the rhythm with something. This card, this Two of Pentacles, represents a lot of things. One of those things is that you are in the midst of juggling things. You're keeping the balls up in the air. You're figuring out how to go with the rhythm of life and the universe and making sure that everything is running properly. Then you have the Hanged Man, which is a beautiful card. It's like you have made peace with this situation right now, and by allowing yourself to just keep moving, just keep juggling, and making peace with that, you're able to see so much, and you're really getting the big picture. You're learning experience. You're deepening your level of understanding. Justice card coming in reverse. Oh wow. And then the 10 of Wands in reverse. By doing this, by going through the actions of keeping the balls juggling and dancing with the rhythm and surrendering to it and seeing the big picture, you're able to identify the areas of life that are not working for you, that are not fair, that are an injustice and where you don't belong. And you're being asked right now by Spirit to start letting some of those things go. All right? Freeing yourself from the burdens that don't belong to you. Because sometimes in the juggling, when you're just keeping all the balls up in the air, you're taking on too much. You're taking what actually belongs to others and you're juggling for them, and you're not doing anybody any favors by doing that. So it's like you have the capacity for it, and because you're able to do it, you feel responsible to do it, but you're actually taking away the opportunity for someone else. So some of these things that you're juggling, understand that you want to hand those back to the people that it actually belongs to. All right? Yeah. And then you can be there and be present for them. It's like you can still be their safety net, but you're not doing it for them. Okay? You're now that you have done it yourself and you've done it for them and you understand what is required, you can hand it back to them and be really empathetic and compassionate. You can be understanding and be supportive of them doing it for themselves. And that's so much more powerful. And look, it's taking practice and learning and growing and getting better at the things that you need to get better at, and allowing other people to get better at the things that they can get better at. Knight of Wands coming in reverse here. Page of Pentacles coming in reverse. Ace of Cups. Okay. So, nature abhors a void. All right. So when you hand these things back to the people that they belong to, don't just try to fill that with anything. Okay. I suspect that you're the kind of person where as soon as you have freed up a little bit of time or space, you reach for the very next thing to fill it back up. You have to make the choice to fill it wisely. Okay. You don't want it to be filled up without your choosing, because that will happen too. If you don't fill it up with something you want to fill it up with, nature will fill it up for you. But you also don't want to just grab at straws either. You're not grasping at the very next thing. It may be that you can focus more of your time and energy on something that you're already looking at. Does that make sense? Instead of being the jack of all trades and filling in all of the gaps, maybe this is your opportunity to start really focusing on something that you can become expert at. All right? So that's your message for today. Thank you for your question. Glad you're back, Ari, the beautiful Aries princess. I'm going to go ahead and read for Ana Lopez next. West Cavi, thank you for that, and I look forward to hearing from you. All right, Ana Lopez, you're never late. You're always on time. Question is just what I need to know and what I can expect for March. Okay. What does Ana need to know? And what can she expect for March? Thank you all so much for being here. I truly enjoy everything that enters this channel. I love your questions. I love your character. Your personalities are so diverse and unique. It's just so much fun to be here. What does Ana need to know for March? I'm feeling some lightness. Okay, Judgment in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse. This is, I just said I'm feeling some lightness. There's clarity. You're having a realization of something that was a misjudgment. It's like you have you've had some kind of epiphany and it's allowing a release. Yeah, you're able to move past some feelings of disappointment or defeat on this. Wow. And now you're in a better place to offer what you're meant to offer. It's like you've removed a block. That's what's coming in March. There's something that has been blocking you that you believed to be true, that has been part of your character, or you've made it part of who you are, and you've been carrying something with you because you thought it was like yours to carry. And some kind of realization is about to hit, and you're going to have this immense release. There's just going to be this this just release. And because you have that, all of a sudden you're like, oh, now I see what the original intention of that was. Like, I don't know, maybe you were protecting something or someone or part of you. And because of that protection, you were acting like, okay, this, I have to protect this, I have to protect this, and I have to make it my job to protect this. And then as soon as you realized, okay, it's not my job to protect this, that weight was sort of lifted or it fell away, and all of a sudden you realized, like, oh, it wasn't my job to protect something. That energy was meant for creating fun and joy and love, or, you know, something, it's something along those lines where you realize that the intention for something is not what you thought it was. And now you realize, like, oh, I have everything I need to do exactly this because it was part of me from the beginning and I just didn't see that. Yeah, and you're about to bring it into the world. Look at you offering your gift, and after time of introspection, you're coming out and bringing it to the world, and you're illuminating someone else's path by doing so. Devil card coming in here. This is a massive chain to break. This is an attachment to break. You've been attached to this, and it's like you didn't realize it. You just haven't seen it. You just weren't able to see it because it's like, you know, black on black. Now there's clarity, and now you're able to break from that attachment. Okay? And it does have to do with your relationships. And look, there's a lot of passion in this, and you can charge ahead with this. Like, this is part of you. This is part of your calling. This is what makes you passionate and fulfilled. This is your Ace of Cups. Look at this. Look at these cards. The Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups. Like, you really have a gift, and you really have an intention, and something is being illuminated now by way of something being moved out of the way. It's like there's something that's been blocking the light. So yeah, there's what you need to know today. And for March, it's nothing small. For Ana Lopez, it's not a small thing. I'm excited for you. This is big stuff. Thank you for that question. All right, Ari, the beautiful Aries princess. I don't know if I asked you this before, but is Las Vegas where I should move to next year? I probably won't be moving this year, so I'm asking about next year. I do think that we've talked about Vegas, but I'm not sure because honestly, usually when I'm reading, 90% of the time, I don't remember what I read. It's not, I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because I'm just a vessel and it's not mine to carry. But yeah, I usually don't. I do remember something about Vegas, but I don't remember any of it. So your question is, where should I move to next year? Should you move to Vegas next year? Is Vegas where you should move to next year? Is Vegas where Ari, the Aries princess, should move to next year? Ari, the Aries princess, should move to Vegas next year. Seeing some interesting things in my right hand. Got the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. That's definitely an ending of a cycle. And then we got the Queen of Pentacles, which is a new beginning. And then we have some faith coming in here. All right, should Ari, the Aries princess, move to Vegas next year? Oh, it may be part of your path. This is the Moon card. What does your gut tell you? Do you feel pulled? Do you feel pulled to Vegas? Does it feel like one of the places that you really feel drawn to? That's going to be an important... And look at this. Then you have the Three of Wands, which is absolutely about taking steps in a new direction and travel. The Three of Cups in reverse, that could mean a couple of things. And then the world. Okay, so first of all, I think your answer is clearly yes. If you feel drawn to Vegas, that is where you're going to be going next year, and you should start taking action now to make that happen. The Three of Wands is a reminder that things don't just happen. You have to get everything in place so that it does. Okay, and that starts now. And the fact that you're asking this question right now is the first step in making that happen. Okay, like you're already on course for this. This card has me a little bit concerned. This is your like what to watch out for. And I wonder if this has to do with your fear of losing the people who are in your life currently and leaving those friendships and losing those friendships, or if it has to do with like a warning of when you get to Vegas, you got to watch out for the people you attract into your life at that moment. Because whenever we move, especially we move from one place to a brand new place like this, we're vulnerable and we're open because we're curious, right? And we're open to new experience. And sometimes that ends up calling in the wrong energy. So watch out for this Three of Cups in reverse. It may be that it's going to be difficult for you to walk away from old friendships. It may also be that you could be entering into friendships that are not intended for you, and you got to watch out for those. But you got the World card here. I mean, this is the Moon, the Three of Wands, and then the World is definitely on par with moving. So yes, the answer is yes. And it's going to be a really good thing for you to do. You got the King of Pentacles in here. This could be a big move for you in very positive ways. You could be absolutely reaping the rewards of your efforts in 2026. So the Aries Princess, I think all signs look good for Vegas in 2026, should that be what you feel drawn to. All right. Thank you for that question. Thank you for that answer. Thank you so much, West Cobby. I really appreciate that. Ana Lopez, the work that you've been doing is 100% working. You're getting the results, which is amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. It's so hard to move on from the people who we love. That's got to be the hardest thing to do. That is far away. I mean, it seems like it might be a great move for you. And you know, in this world today, it might be harder to see people in person, but look, you're in New York State, I'm several states away, and we're communicating here right now. So the capacity for retaining connections is here. We have the tools. So, you know, I feel like this could be good for you, this move to Las Vegas, given those cards that came in. If you feel drawn to it, I think it's for you. So, all right, guys, I loved being here today. Thank you all so much for stopping in. I will be back tomorrow for the all signs reading. And then, yeah, I've got some plans today. I'm going to be out and about, actually in some protests today. So I have a big day ahead of me, and I'm going with some people who I love. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Enjoy the beautiful weather. I think it's going to be nice. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again for stopping in.